So, well, unsurprisingly, I will talk about how do we accelerate CHERI, and you've seen trying to push about that. So basically, I will talk about a bit about the CHERI lines and also show you what we are doing, give you some kind of updates here. And I have a last section about the certification program, which is one of the works that we have ongoing, and which is interesting as well. So let's start about the Alliance. And as a reminder for people who do not know us really well, so we are established as a non-profit organization and completely independent organization. And well, we just celebrated our second birthday, so that's also some milestone here. And well, we have a mission which is to accelerate CHERI and really accelerate the adoption of CHERI, not just in the UK, but in the world, and make sure that the whole high-tech industry follows. And this is something that is building on what the British government has really strongly pushed for with the Digital Security by Design program, which was running before. And that was great to provide awareness, make sure that CHERI was used everywhere in UK, well, not everywhere, but in companies to try it. But it's not sufficient. We need to convince the whole high-tech industry, which is global. So that's why we decided to have this organization set up, because we needed to have something that could continuously drive the message, drive the well, the people who want to get started and help them to get started. And we do that by getting people together. Basically, we are very tiny organizations. We don't even have full-time employees, but we try to get everyone together to participate in this effort of accelerating CHERI adoption. And we do that by having members. And in our members, well, which you can see on the poster here, we have a range of different types of members. We have companies, of course, because they are the ones that will put CHERI on the market. So that is really important to have them. But we also have research organizations, universities, people who have brainstormed and worked on CHERI for the past 15 years, because we celebrate the 15th anniversary, and who have this expertise that the industry needs. And we are helping getting people together to have this transfer from one to the other. So it's really important that we continue attracting universities, and also we continue attracting them, attracting new universities and research centers to continue working and progressing on CHERI. How do we improve the software running? How do we improve the tools? How do we create and build on top of that to create new functionalities, new things that could help with security? So there's plenty of work to be done here. And that's really important to have research connected to the industry in both directions. One, to well, get the knowledge transferred, but on the other side, get the requirements back to the industry, because there's a lot of things that the industry needs to get CHERI into products that the research can help solve. And that's also what we are trying to help with. Then we have connection with the government, and not just because they help us. And here you see DICIT has been really kind to, thank you, really kind to help the Alliance get started and operate. But also we want to connect with the regulatory aspect, with the incentives that the government can give. And this is really important, not just in the UK, but also worldwide. And that's why we have the European Commission participating very soon to this conference. So that's the third type of partners. And the last part is really connecting with the communities, the open source communities, because there's, as we've seen, a lot of open source work being done. and this is the foundation of our digital life. So really having these communities and connecting with these communities is really important, because we need to make sure that their code runs on CHERI systems. And it might just be recompiling the code, which happens in some cases, but it's probably also some fixing, some adaptation, and some improvement, optimization to be done. And that's something the Alliance helps with, because we have many people working on open source in the Alliance. But it's also great to connect to these communities and to upstream over time the work that has been done, and make sure that it's part of the standard. It's not just a branch that is obscure in a corner, but really something that is really connected to the main branch. So that's one part, but the other part is really partners, and really having partners like already established organizations that push for safety and security. For example, we have TechWorks as a member who has the IoT Security Foundation in their branches, and that's really useful to have this partnership with them, because we want to get known further in the domain of security. So that's really important to have that. And one thing is that to stay independent, of course, we have to have a long-term goal of sustainability, and that's why we have industry supporting the Alliance by their membership fees. We try to make it as affordable as possible, to have as many companies as possible, but we need to ensure that this is a sustainable effort. We know we are here for the long term, and we want to be here for the long term. So if I try to summarize what the Alliance is about, basically it's a collaborative platform. It's here to get people to work together. And of course, we have the members who are the key partners in that work. But we also have two organizations that have been recently plugged into this collaboration framework. The CHERI Research Center, which is from University of Cambridge, and brings some the innovation part, and they will have a talk later. And the Capable Hub, which brings the manpower, I would say, behind that, and which is a really important complement to the collaboration work we do with the members. And we are open to other collaborations, and in the end, we'll have more. So that's really the idea: getting more and more entities or organizations or people connected and working together to accelerate CHERI together. Okay, so I talked a bit about what we do. Basically, there are three things. The community support and community work I talked about. So that's really the key work that is done to enable CHERI in software, in tools, and also in hardware. But we also have this technical role where we provide guidance, we help people connect to CHERI, know about CHERI, etc. And this is something that we'll continue investing in. It takes time, but we are getting there. We are also working on interoperability and compliance, and that's what I will talk about later. And of course, finally, we have this promotion role where we talk about CHERI. And this is important because first, we need people to get to know about CHERI. A lot of people, not in this room, of course, but a lot of people don't even know what CHERI is, and we meet them regularly. So the goal is really to get them to know that it is a solution to the main problem in cybersecurity. So that's something we need to continue doing, and that's really part of our mission. It's a member-led organization, so we have two types of members, the full members and the community members. So even as an individual, you can join if you want. It's free. So that's possible. You see here the governing board, and it's elected by members. And in fact, we renew half of the board every year. So this year, these ones will stay, and the other ones will be, up for re-election. And the election will happen in June, so that's the news of the day. You can apply as a candidate if you're a member of the Alliance, and we'll have a vote in June. So in the meantime, we'll have the campaign if you want, or, well, socialization of candidates. In terms of who we are, well, here's the, I wouldn't say permanent team, but because we are all part-time in theory. So I'm leading the things and filling the gaps. Dan is online managing the people who, well, the 100 people who are connecting remotely, managing the admin. Andre is the IT. Adam here is heading the marketing and also the adoption study that we'll talk about later. And Jessica is the new recruit working on member engagement, relationship with members. So that was the inside of the Alliance. And now, I want to highlight the new members because the goal is to get more and more people to work on CHERI and more members to help us in this mission. And you see here the new members since last year, in fact, last CHERI Blossoms conference. I'm really glad to see a mix of big, small companies, research labs, and it's really great to have these members participating to the effort. So this is really good, and people also who are working on products. So that's really interesting. One thing that we do now, and this was launched by the Digital Security by Design program, is that we have taken over the distribution of ARM modular boards to help people discover CHERI and work with CHERI if they don't have anything to work with. So now it starts to have multiple options, but this is still a very interesting and useful tool to help with CHERI adoption. So if anyone is interested, tell them to contact the Alliance. We have a page about that on our website, and we'll help working with that. I talked about getting people together to work on specific issues. This is done in the working groups. So here you have a list of working groups. I won't bore you with naming all of them, but you have a page on our website where you can see all the working groups that are visible. And well, we have some that are not visible here, but they are more internal. And they focus on particular issues. So could it be porting code together, or helping publish recommendations or whatever. So it can be diverse. And in fact, we are quite agile in the sense that we adapt to the needs of that we see in a moment. So if we see that there's a need to focus on some particular piece of software or some tool or some particular issue that would help with CHERI adoption, and there are enough people ready to discuss about that, we start a working group and we get together to make it work. The CHERI adoption study, you'll hear a bit about that later today. This is a study that has been sponsored by DCIT and that is performed by the Alliance, and in fact by Adam here, which really is there to study how CHERI progresses in terms of adoption. And this year is the first iteration, but the goal is to have an iterative program where we each year show the delta compared to last year. So that's something you will hear about later today. The other thing that we do, I was talking about it, is talking about CHERI, and we have a lot of marketing activities. We develop content along with our members, so we help them be more visible, which helps CHERI in the end be more visible. Sorry about the time. And we also get help from our members to represent the Alliance, to talk about CHERI in different conferences. I think last year we did something like 30 different events talking about CHERI. So it is really good to be able to amplify the capabilities of the Alliance and make sure that together we bring more visibility to the technology. And of course, we are improving. So, any kind of help you can do, please come and help. So as you see, we organize events, and here I'm really glad to see so many people in the room and online as well. So thank you for the people who are online. And basically the goal is really to show that things are progressing, and well, seeing double the attendance from last year is one way of seeing that it progresses, but also seeing the progress of products, of projects, making sure that you keep the temperature and you connect together. So that's really important. And we also participate to other events. Well, 2 weeks ago, we were in Germany for Embedded World, and that was a real success. So that's also something we bring to the CHERI community. We bring more visibility like that. We also brought 5 different members at Embedded World, showing CHERI on the booth. So that was also another way to get them, make them visible and make CHERI visible. Well, if you want to note the dates, we are organizing the future conferences, and this time we have the date at Cherry Blossoms. So CHERI Tech will happen in Munich. First time we go outside of the UK, so well, wish us luck, because I don't know how it will go, but hopefully it will be okay. We have partners in Munich helping us for that. And the next Cherry Blossoms conference will happen here on the 22nd, 23rd of April, and with a pre-conference day like we did today, yesterday, on the 21st.